I thought for sure Kelly had answered every single one of your questions and nobody would be here.
Why is the president calling this a total exoneration when on obstruction of justice it's not?
Well, I frankly disagree with you, and so does the Attorney General and the Deputy Attorney General. The report found that they were unable to make a decision. That went over to the Department of Justice, where they did make a decision. The Attorney General followed the legal process. He worked with the Deputy Attorney General, who's been involved since the very beginning of this two-year absurdity, and they made a decision that there was no obstruction. So that makes it a complete and total exoneration. I don't know any other way to look at it when the whole purpose of this investigation was to determine whether or not there was collusion. And there wasn't. They were incredibly clear in the report that there was no collusion, not by the president, but by any American, no one on his team. That's a great thing for our country, and it's a great thing for this administration. Catherine. Sorry, hold on a second. Catherine, go ahead.
Will the president support the release of the full report?
The president's spoken on this already. He wants full transparency, as he does in everything every day. However, that decision is being left up to the Attorney General, and he'll make that determination when he's ready. The one thing we do want to be careful about and be clear is that we want to do the right thing, not just for this president, but for all administrations. We want to make sure we're protecting the office of the presidency. We have to look at things like executive privilege. We have to look at protecting sources and methods for the intelligence community. Those are things that you're going to see the Attorney General determine, and he'll make that decision when he's ready.
Do you think that Mueller did a good job?
I think he did a good job by finishing. I think that it's disgraceful, the fact that it took 2 years. I think it's disgraceful that we had $25 million in taxpayer money to chase a witch hunt that never should have taken place in the first place. I think Democrats and the liberal media should be absolutely embarrassed by their behavior over the last 2 years in their breathless reporting and their hope. It's not just that they reported and spread a slanderous, malicious lie, but they hoped for the takedown of the President of the United States. I think everybody in America should sit back and process that for just a second and realize the seriousness of the accusation that was put on this president, that the media perpetuated, that they celebrated, and they loved to report. 8,500 articles just between 4 outlets, the Washington Post, the New York Times, MSNBC, and CNN, since May of 2017 have been put on this. That is outrageous, something that we found out to be a complete and utter lie. The president's been clear what his feelings are. Our feeling is that this never should have needed to take place, and Democrats should be embarrassed by their behavior, and we'll see what they do with it. Krista.